Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain.
Okay, let me look at the championship belts. I'm trying to see. Yeah, okay. So they went from it being black and gold championship belt to a black, red, and gold looking championship belt as far as the world heavyweight title. And then they called WWE World Championship for a time, and they started calling it the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship in 2022 through 2024, whatever, right? That's when they combined the WWE Championship and the Universal title all together. And that's what Woman had did. So that's the current version, but now it's just called the Undisputed WWE Championship, which is what John Cena and Cody Rhodes will wrestle for. So they changed the belt. I want to say a total of, if I'm not mistaken, from what I'm seeing, 3 to 4 times. Yeah.
Right. So what's the prestige?
It's the same.
If
It's the same style. They just changed the name and they changed the overall look to the belt.
That's what I'm saying. But if you change the look, you changed it. Even though it's the same thing, it's the same. It's even though it's the same thing, you changed it. That's like the Washington Redskins, the football team. They just
Yeah.
gave them their name back. Like this year, they're back there, the Washington Redskins. They were the Washington Commanders, but at the same time, they changed the jerseys, they changed the uniforms and all of that. But they just announced
Right.
a couple of days ago that
Right.
they're back to being the Washington Redskins. At the end of the day, we still knew what team it was. All you did was change the name. You changed the name, but we knew the team, the players didn't change. They were still the same thing.
So okay. So with that said, what happened was they changed the belt, but they didn't change the title history. That's the difference. I see your point. I see your point now. They kept the title history alongside the multiple changes towards the belts. So, like for instance, it still has it listed that Buddy Rogers was the first WWE champion, even though that was back in 1963.
Go ahead, bro. My fault.
No, I was just saying, Buddy Rogers is the first WWE champion, technically speaking, if you want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And he won it back in 1963. So a total. So if I go all the way down to look at the number of champions, John Cena is the 148th WWE champion.
Right. Okay. Now before John Cena, and when you go all the way back to 1960, when you go all the way back to 1968 or whatever, when everybody was having the championships,
right?
That title was always the same title, same belt, same thing like Bret Hart. That's the same belt. That's the same belt Ric Flair had. That's the same belt. But then as soon as the belt changed, like the logo or the color, that belt officially is not prestige no more. Now it's just a name. Because the official belt is still the official belt.
I get you. I'm starting to get you, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like when Cody Rhodes came on that Saturday night's main event and came with that belt, that's the prestige belt. You can say that because when you see that belt, you like, dang, Bret Hart. I remember him carrying that. I remember Ric Flair carrying that.
Your point. You're not dismissing the history. You're not dismissing the title belts for how they looked back then. You're saying that the belt itself, because it's changed.
The belt itself, exactly. The belt itself is the prestige. Now, if you change, okay, so this is the universal title. I'm like, okay, now we're talking about the prestige of just the universal title in itself, the name, the universal title. But we're talking about the physical belt. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, bro, no, they changed. That's not prestige no more. Yeah, I'm like, that can't be. Like, that's not the same blood, sweat, and tears that you know what I'm saying, Chris Jericho was carrying. That's not the same joint that, you know what I'm saying, Ric Flair or Andre the Giant. Those belts, that belt was different. When you changed it, the prestige is gone. You keep the name the same, but as soon as you change the belt, It's gone. It's not the same no more.
That is so that's deep. So
Yeah,
that's why.
it's not the same no
Okay,
more.
I got you. I got you. Because Seth
That's why I
Rollins,
be saying
although
it.
it
That's
was
why I
meant
be
for a
like,
title
yo,
belt,
yeah, that's why I
got
be
you.
like,
I
bro,
got you.
you
I
put
got
that belt on Raw, you put that belt on SmackDown. I'm like, bro, that's just a regular belt now. You just putting a name on it. But at the same time, the belt's not the same. And the WWE's just changed the belt 40, 50 different times. It don't even matter no more. It's just like, all right, okay, you might as well make the belt red for Raw and make the
you.
belt
Yeah.
blue for SmackDown. Ain't no, that's why,
Right.
that's what, and I think, honestly, I think that's the reason why John Cena said, I am the real last champion.
Right.
I'm the real one. I'm the real one.
Yeah.
If Cody and him is really doing this storyline, I wouldn't be too against him bringing that wing belt back for John to win that one.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're the
Yeah.
champion, shouldn't you have all the titles? Why did Cody have it? Cody didn't win that title. So since Cody didn't officially win that title because he had the regular title, it just came back for old school for Saturday Night Main Event. If John Cena wins, shouldn't he have
Oh,
that
they
title?
did that for nostalgia purposes, and around that. But you know what's funny? Around that time, people were clamoring for that belt to be utilized, defended a lot more properly. But it's going to remain just for a little bit. And I think Cody Rhodes was advocating for that belt to come back so that he could use it. But unfortunately, the WWE was like, you can only have that belt for like a short period of time. I don't know why. I think the
Right.
reason why they wanted to do it was because they feel like their new championship belt is what matters now as compared to the old. But the problem with that is when you look at the WWE Championship, and this is no disrespect towards Hunter and everybody as far as the creative team. When you look at the belt, though, I'm gonna be honest. And this is gonna sound like a hot take, and I'm not trying to throw shade. I really am not. But the AEW Championship belts look way better than the WWE Championship belts right now, in my opinion. Not all the belts, but some of the belts. And if I'm talking in terms of the world heavyweight titles, I'm not gonna say the world heavyweight title that Gunther has, but the title belt that Cody Rhodes or John Cena has, it's not touching AEW's title belt. It's not. From a
Okay.
look visual standpoint. And I'm basing it off of how, and the reason why I'm saying that is because it looked AEW's title belt looks a lot more traditional, whereas the WWE Championship belt is more like we gotta make it more exclusive, we gotta make it more look like it's appealing towards our show or towards a newer age and a fresh look, which is not all that bad from time to time when you really think about it in hindsight, but at the same time, it doesn't give it much of a like. It's hard for me to describe. You get what I'm saying, or do you feel like nah?
I mean, as far as the look of wrestling belts and things like that,
Yeah.
I think the best belt that's out right now is the Crown Jewel one that Cody got.
Okay, got you. Oh,
But all the
that's a
other
popular
belts,
belt.
they're cool.
Yeah.
They're cool, but I'm like
Mhm.
to have your belt look away, it kind of don't matter because it's just as long as you carrying it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right,
Yeah.
as long as you got
Yeah.
it, it don't matter what it look like. I'm the champion regardless if it's a old, ugly belt. Like I'm still the champion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever. So
Yeah. Yeah.
when it comes to stuff like that, I'm like, all right, well, AEW might have a better championship belt. I mean, TNA might have a better championship belt. But the person who's holding it, is they
Yeah.
better? Is the person who's holding it, are they better than the person on the WWE that's holding it? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it might look better, the person that's holding it might not be
If
better than the
you
person holding
are if you are a name from TNA that WWE has never brought into their company and you're holding towards the World Heavyweight title, it's a great deal for you to have that belt. It's a great thing for you to put down on the map. I'm not taking that away from you whatsoever.
it. Right.
But say, okay, I see your point. If Kurt Angle made it successful in WWE and then he
Mm-hmm.
decided to go over to TNA, right? And he won the TNA World Heavyweight title,
Mm-hmm.
because it's Kurt Angle, yes. To answer your question, it will look that way. Absolutely.
Right.
But and the only reason why I'm saying that is because Kurt Angle is a name.
Yeah.
Mike Santana, with no disrespect towards Mike Santana. And yes, he is being put in between NXT shows. You're seeing him in WWE's NXT, which is great, cool. But even still, you're not featuring him on Raw or SmackDown, so it kind of still feels like him winning the TNA World Title would still make him more exclusive towards TNA than anything else. So what I'm trying to say is, respectfully, he's not a name yet. I believe he will be, but he's not a name yet. Does that make sense? A Joe Hendry will be considered.
Yeah.
A Joe Hendry will be considered a name. Why? Because he had the TNA World Heavyweight Title, and he faced Randy Orton at WrestleMania, and he's TNA World Champion, and he got that look. But that's because he got his look all the way across worldwide. He didn't go to AEW. He went to WWE. So put two and two together, you'll see how it makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see your point. If it's a name that came from WWE that won the TNA World Title, that belt means something. Same thing with AEW. Chris Jericho was the first AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Because it's Chris Jericho, AEW means something.
Right.
But if a Heyman Alan Page and not say I'm not throwing shade. I love Heyman Alan Page. I watch AEW all the time. Him win that belt, great deal, great on his resume, great accolade for him altogether. But he's not known.
Yeah, true.
He's not known. To your point.
Yeah, right.
With the WWE, there you go. You're a known name because everyone knows who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
bro. That's what it is.
That's a fact.
So, yeah, bro. But what did you make of the conversation between Hunter and Jey Uso?
Which one? The one when he called him to side on the ring and told him he wanted to put a rocket on him?
Yeah.
I think that's when like you said, when Hunter, well, even though you said it and I disagree, I can see on this part that Hunter was like, you know what, you might have a point. Yeah, I might have a point, and we're gonna do it. But I'm looking at Jey Uso as far as Hunter. I'm looking at Jey Uso from a different situation as far as carrying a company, like what me and Larry with you was talking about carrying a company for 5 years and stuff like that. Like he's looking from the future standpoint. He's not looking at the present. Like the present, Jey Uso's him. Just like you said, Jey Uso's him present. But as far as future, can he carry that? And Triple H was like, all right, well, let's see. Because I'm saying that it's almost like Triple H is like, I'm saying he can't. Everybody at the table saying that he can. I lost the vote. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell him, like, oh, we're gonna put a rocket on you. But I think that with him putting a rocket on him and telling him to put a rocket on him, he also told him, it's like, bro, I need you to step it up. Like if he knew that he was that, he wouldn't have had to continue to tell Jey Uso the things that he had to tell him.
There you go.
Jey Uso even said it. Jey Uso was like, yeah, you can put it on me. You can put it on me.
Yeah, he said he
had to make sure. It was like, bro, I hope you know what this means. Like, I know what you. I know it. I know you want that. I know you want the push. Hunter,
yeah. He told him that they was ready.
Yeah, that's what he told him.
Yep.
But I don't think he knew what Hunter was asking from him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think he just was all carry the title. Because after that is when Hunter was, oh yeah, you got to catch your breath. You got to this, and this. Can we really da 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 da? Can the promos be this? Can we da 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 da? All of that extra stuff is the reason why I personally think.
And you hold on. And you even said, and it was even said, even backstage by Jay, when he was like, he said, "I'm effing losing it." Remember? He said, "I'm effing losing it," and it's part of him going out to the like for his Royal Rumble entrance and getting the crowd hype. He was nervous. Okay, He was nervous the moment they went official and said, "Yo, you're winning the Royal Rumble, and we're really going all the way with you." Could you imagine the pressure that's being put on your shoulders to get to WrestleMania, and they're telling you gotta win the Royal Rumble? I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I ain't gonna say I'm a hyperventilate, but I will probably trip out my damn mind. Like, y'all really are going for me for real. Now, if I'm able to show it, I'm confident in my abilities, whatever. That's tenfold. But at the same as that time, it has to be nerve wracking because anything and everything could go bad at any given point in time, right? So that's what Jay was trying to highlight, or Hunter was trying to highlight. Now, here's my concern. Here's my concern, and here's my worry. And Larry pointed out, and I thought it was 2 months. his world title run lasted a month and a half. I'm not trying to go back into being negative about Jey Uso. I'm not trying this. I'm not
But
bringing up his.
that's not a negative thing because that's how the WWE is
Yeah.
working right now. So there's nothing bad about that. Like the WWE is working with short term,
So
except for like Gunther's carrying it for a long period of time. But
right,
I mean, who
right,
can
right, right,
really
right,
beat Gunther?
right, 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 right. So my question is, does that factor into him getting the spot? Like, say for instance, like for WrestleMania for next year, can
Okay.
Jey Uso get to the main event spot this time around? No Gunther opening up, no matches. I'm talking about him being the main event for either night one or night two, the last match, basically.
No,
Yes,
the
Beezy,
reason
I
why
understand what you had said before about WrestleMania matches being already the main events within. So I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying the
the
ones
reason
that
why I'm
go
the
up.
reason why I'm the reason why I'm saying no is because there's too many other superstars that they didn't birth.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't see it now. Before I could see it, but now you got Braun Breaker, you even got Brunson Reed, you got Roman back, you
yeah,
got Steph back, you got all them, and the highlight and to be the headline of night two or night one, you got to do a lot. You know what I'm saying? It
yep,
got to make sense. What's up?
yeah,
Yeah, yep, yeah. So yeah, it got to make sense. So what I'm saying like what it got to make sense like you got your storyline got to line up and they got to make a ton of sense. If it don't make a ton of sense, then I'm like, bro, that's not gonna work
yeah,
because there's so many other people that's doing it. There's so many
yeah,
other people that's doing it. There's so many other people that's getting it popping. So when there's so many other people that's getting it popping, it's like, how you gonna squeeze in there and let you do something, let you do the unthinkable? You got to do something wild and crazy to make them be like, oh yeah, we need this. But right now, like no. I mean, you got John to be gone, so you got one person got to be eliminated, so you ain't got to worry about that. But everybody else is already hyped. Everybody else ready to go. CM Punk,
yeah,
you probably putting him back in there. You definitely probably gonna be in the main event somehow, some way. You ain't gonna let him do it one time and not do it again. So he's probably
mm,
gonna be in it, probably for a title shot for real. You got him. You got Roman. You got
yeah.
Jacob. You got Jacob. You got Schultz. You got all like, bro. You, you might have got pushed to the back. So I ain't gonna hold you.
I know, and I hate that to be for Jey Uso. I really do, considering how popular that man, how over that man is. He should warrant a main event push. That's why I kept saying over and over, I don't know, not because if it was my company, if you gave me the WWE and say, hey, you're Triple H, you're the head creator, Josiah, boom, boom, this man third, I would
Yeah.
do and everything in my ability to make sure Jey Uso is getting almost entirely everything. I will
Right.
give him the main event spot. I will put him in the main event of WrestleMania. If it was up to me, yes. Every year Jey Uso is getting a main event spot, and if people get upset about that, treating like a John Cena, Roman Reigns, a Cody Rhodes, whatever, who cares? I'm gonna put
Right.
him in the main event spot. It doesn't matter because he gets a reaction. So regardless
Mhm.
if it's cheer, if it's negative or positive, he's getting a reaction. So we gotta capitalize on that. So yes,
Right.
I will factor him into um, put him in the main event. The problem, the issue that I'm having right now is I keep wrestling with this thought in my brain where I'm like, are they giving him the world? Did they give him the world title just kept off of him being main event, worthy and being in contention and whatever to have him be the guy, or did they just give him the world heavyweight title? But really, their guy is, say for instance, a Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is their guy, and I hate saying that, but that may be the truth. Remember, Hunter said he's the closest thing that we have to a pure babyface. Now, what does
Right.
that mean? This man really generates a positive reaction to that point where it's almost, I put you this way, John Cena level, Hulk Hogan level. He's
Yeah.
universally loved, right? Not everybody
Right.
loves Cody Rhodes, obviously, but you get the point. Like,
Mhm.
love to the point where on the product, on the screen, on the television programming, he's getting a good cheerful reaction.
Right.
So with him doing that, I think they're seeing him. I think it's nothing about who's more popular. It's more to do with who is willing to put more of the work in and sustain their push. And if I'm gonna be honest with you. And that's probably why they went with Cody Rhodes over Jey Uso. That's probably why they keep pushing him even more over Jey Uso. It's because Cody might be, I hate to say this, he might be more committed in terms of how he can do his matches without really getting hurt, without really getting gas, without really getting all this other stuff. And that's why they probably rely on him a whole lot more than they do Jay. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to make that
No,
be
I agree with that.
a
After
true.
I think that became an issue. Like me, you, and
Yeah,
Larry talking about how he be gassed, and I was talking about how in the promo he be always out of breath and all that stuff. And now coming
right.
out watching this Unreal, saying that he need to, and we seeing Triple H tell him like, yo, you need to catch your win, you need to do that. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, bro.
Yes,
But
yes,
also, it also told Jey Uso as far as like. You know what I'm saying? I think he needs to link back up with his brother. I think the solo push is over. I think he needs to stop. I think he needs to link back up with his brother. For real, for real. I think he needs to link back up with his brother or help his brother get a title run
yeah,
because his brother wants to get a solo title. They said it's gonna happen. He's gonna get a solo title, whichever one he's gonna get. I don't know, but uh, but other than that, I think that's what needs to happen. As far as the push for Jey Uso to get back to the title run or whatever, nah, either tag team or just stay out the way, bro. For real, for real.
yeah,
But I don't think that he really got the cardio to actually do that. For real. And he already said it. He was like, bro, I love the tag team because I could, when I got tired, I could tag somebody in. But now I got to do all of this. I ain't built for that. Like you
yeah.
can't go and be a solo joint for 2 years, but been doing everything else for 11 years, and just think all of a sudden that's just about to work. It don't work like that, bro.
No, no, no. Yeah, that part. And
Same thing with Jimmy.
yeah,
He don't be gassed though.
right. And the only reason why it worked, see, it's worked before because Jeff and Matt Hardy did it, right? Especially what it did for Jeff. But at the same as that time, when they tried to do the initial solo run for Jeff, it didn't pan out because again, Jeff and his demons. Or I just put it this way: his alcohol problem or drug addiction problem was getting out of control. So he did leave his first initial run for WWE, right? But when he came back in, I want to say '08, that's when Jeff kind of like got the ball rolling a lot more and built even more momentum for himself. And then that's when they fully capitalized on him getting towards the solo run, right?
Mm-hmm.
And being world champion. So, but that was at that point in time where Jeff Hardy was one of the most uber talented professional wrestlers around that time. He was really that. And plus, people forget, Jeff and Matt came in the business really young. So Jeff didn't look as old when he finally got his solo run, all like that. He wasn't like no 30, 40-year old, close to being in his 40s. Jey Uso was close to being in his 40s. That's the difference. Jeff was still like, what, 27, 28? He was still pretty young. You know what I'm saying? Like, that man still got some wheels left for him to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only difference. And I always compare the Usos to the Hard Boys, by the way, from time to time, you guys. But that's how I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying at the end of the day. But yeah, Jay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping for the best. Like I said, I'm still claiming for him to get towards the world heavyweight title. I would love if they do reveal in WWE Unreal. Okay, cool. If not, just reveal it in documentary. I would love to know why did they take the world title off of him facing Gold. We need to know. We need to know why. Because all of this really, at the end of the day, BZ, is very much speculation. We don't know.
Yep.
We don't know.
Right.
So until we really know, all we gotta do is just keep asking this question until we finally get the answer.
Yeah.
Um, Another takeaway: Kevin Owens and Kurt Rose discussed their ladder match. Now,
Yeah.
this ladder match was in freaking insane, bro.
It was
Oh
crazy.
my
Like
gosh.
I was watching that joint and after it was over. It just seemed like even when Kevin was talking, Cody was like, "Man, stop talking to me, bro. Go see the doctor. You're tripping." The way he was looking at him, the way he was looking at him was like, "Bro, why are you even talking to me, bro? Go see the doctor, bro. You're banged up. You talking to me with all the blood on your face. Like we ain't just go crazy. Like, bro, talk to me later, bro. Go to the doctor." That's
Yeah,
how Cody
you're
was looking.
killing,
Because Cody
yo,
even told him. Cody was like, "Yeah," and
yo.
then you gonna go
Kevin
see
is
the doctor.
different,
He was like,
bro.
"Yeah." Because Kevin was like, "Yo, I
Kevin
gotta
is
call my
different,
wife."
bro.
Kevin was like, "Yeah, I gotta call my wife and tell my wife that I'm good. I gotta call my mom and then tell them that I'm good." And he was like, "Yeah, then you go see the doctor, right?" She was like, "Yeah, bro. What you go see the doctor, bro." Cody was like, "Bro, go see the freaking doctor, bro. You're tripping."
And you know what
I
was
just
crazy about that match too? Like Kevin was always, I believe he was already working hurt. I think his neck issues were already. It happened before that match actually. I thought it happened during that match, like when he got hit with the Alabama 7 through the ladder, which looked gnarly, bro. It looked super gnarly, but like, I believe they said in January is when he hurt his neck, right? And he was trying to work hurt to get to WrestleMania, but they just couldn't clear him. It was just unfortunate. I'm like, oh, Kevin, want to give you a big old hug, bro. But yeah, they had to take him away from that match. But it's funny to me that he wrestled with a neck that was already hurt and went for that spot that Cody Rhodes did with him through that, bro.
Yeah, that
Kevin
was
Owens is
crazy.
different,
Cold
bro.
folded up and everything. I was like, "Bro,
Kevin is different for real, bro. He's an alien. That man is an alien, bro.
he cold,
He's
bro."
not he's not human.
He
He's not
gives
human.
me now that I know, like he gives me
Mick
Chelsea
Foley vibes?
Green vibes. He gives me Chelsea Green's vibes, bro. Because Chelsea Green said on her promo, on her part, when her push, she said, "Win or lose, I don't care. Long as I continue to keep being on the show, I'm good."
Though I will say Kevin Owens gotta have at least one win for the Royal Rumble because you can't just keep on going like 5-0 when it comes to these Royal Rumble appearances and he don't win at least not one like match during the Royal
It,
Rumble like event. That's just my
but,
opinion though.
but it's so many other wrestlers just like him that ain't win either. Sami Zayn ain't won.
No, not the Royal Rumble. I'm talking about like winning a match at the event. Period. Not like during the.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I'm like, bro, come on, man. You can't just keep on
yeah.
losing like back to
But
back.
like I said, that's the same
But yeah,
thing.
no,
That's
it
the
don't
same
even matter.
thing
It
Chelsea
don't really
Green
matter.
said. Chelsea Green said was like,
Right.
well,
It don't
Cody
really
said,
matter. It
Cody
don't really.
said wins count. Cody said wins count. Chelsea Green and them said wins don't matter to her. As long as y'all still got me on the show, I'm good. I'm good. Like I'm
When,
straight. Long as I keep getting booked.
when Cody says wins count, I think he's basing it off of sustain. Again, going back to what I was saying earlier about sustaining your push. Like you still continuously build momentum to keep on winning and winning and winning until the moment it calls for you to lose. Right. Again, none of this stuff really matters as far as like winning and losing in professional wrestling. You guys does not really matter. It's about the story and the follow up and the journey and these wrestlers going back and forth, boom, boom. So stop taking every single thing so personal. Oh my gosh, this person should have been pushed, and stop this person from being buried. We
Yeah,
need to get this.
I think
No,
watching this Unreal show should shut a lot of people up.
yes,
How it
that's what.
works.
Oh my gosh, I wish this tag team would have got an opportunity, and how come we don't see me chanting? Like, bro, like they're going to get their opportunities when a moment calls for it. When a moment calls for it, it will capitalize. Until then, just watch the show.
They got
Just
to
watch the
read
show.
and it. And I hate because I'm so against this, but now I know how Hunter and them work. They got to read the crowd. If the crowd is calling for you, you'll get your spot. If your crowd
Beezy
ain't calling
did.
for you, you ain't getting your spot.
Mm-mm. Beezy did. And Beezy, you had a great point though. I will highlight this. You had a great point when you said it. You said anybody could win the Rumble, and when it had mattered. I'm in agreement with you. I had to tell Larry though. He was going, how come me and Yum didn't meet him, by the way? How come she didn't win the Royal Rumble, but Charlotte Flair did? How come that had to happen before, but Charlotte Flair did? That's what he said. I was back in Tennessee when he called me, and he
I
was upset
remember.
about it. Right. And I said, well, because with all due respect to Nisha, I think she does have a good support following outside WWE. But until that translates onto their audience and the crowd is clamoring for Misha to win, she's not gonna get that push.
Not at all.
Why? Because she's not over. It
She,
don't
she
matter
ain't
if
over.
you have a. It doesn't matter if they've been putting her in a mid card feud with Chelsea Green. If you're not generating a reaction to where people want to see you thrive that one way, whether you get cheered or booed heavily, they're not going to push you.
they're looking at the work ethic. That's what I'm saying. Like when we talk
Yes,
about the segment
yes,
the segment that Chelsea Green had on WWE Unreal, Triple H
yes,
was saying it. He was like, "Bro, she works at all times. She broke her arm 2 times, but she does
yeah,
more work than so many people in the WWE. They had to award her that because of the work. Her
yep.
selling the moves, selling the you know what I'm saying, the storylines, all of that. They said she go crazy on that.
And she
Even
don't
though
mind being
in her
comedic
little
too. She don't
segment,
mind being comedic, which is
even
hilarious
though in
too.
her even in her whole segment, it just seemed like she was selfish for real because she was just like, bro, dog, when is my turn? When is my turn? Even when she's from Vancouver and they didn't even put her on the card for that. That's kind of crazy. That's really
That
kind
is
of crazy.
crazy.
But it's business.
I didn't even noticed that. I was like, dang, like,
I was like, yeah, that's business. But I'm like, dang, that's your
yeah,
hometown. You didn't even get a chance. You bought 15 tickets for nothing. Like, bro,
yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
But
It
to
is. It
also
is.
come out of that to actually get the push to actually be the first person to have the
Yes,
U.S. title for the women type deal, like, bro, that's huge.
yes, yes, yes,
That's
yes.
huge.
And that just goes to show you, even when the moment you think you should have been able to get an opportunity and it don't come, doesn't mean it's not going to ever come. Like
Yeah, you got to keep working.
I love that they showed that, and I believe that's in the next episode. It's not on this episode, but I love that they showed that, and we'll find more about that when we get there. Um, so he beat Kevin Owens in the 11th. We know that. They talked stage afterwards. Kevin told him that he apologized for that spot that he did with Cody, where he hit Cody onto that. Oh my gosh, that
Oh my
spot.
God.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the one I think I think
When Cody popped up, I forgot. I think they called it
yeah, it was like the
the
Fisherman Buster or
fisherman's.
like the
Yeah,
Sovereign Suplex,
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
And Cody hit that ladder, boy.
But it wasn't even. That's why Cody said. That's why Cody said he was like, bro, he wasn't cool. He said he was good. Kevin was the one that said he hit his head. Cody hit at the perfect spot that he didn't even really feel nothing because it hit the right part of his back. That's why he said he was cool. Kevin said he thought he landed on his neck. That's why he asked him if he was all right. He was like, "Nah, I didn't feel nothing like that. I just got up and popped up." He was like, "I was shocked where I landed at." He said, "I was shocked where I landed at on the joint." He was like, "It must have looked crazy on TV." I'm like, "Boy, did
You
it,
know,
bro? He looked
it
like he
looked
was
very
dead,
crazy,
bro."
bro. It looked very crazy.
Even if
But
even the people in the
but
gorilla, the black dude in the gorilla, when he seen it hit, he was like, "Oh my god!" He ducked and everything. He was like, "Yo,
bro,
that move
when
was crazy." I was like,
Cody,
"Yo, check on Cody, check on Cody."
yes, when Cody hit that Alabama slam on Kevin Owens outside that ring with the ladder,
Oh yeah, that
I ain't
was
gonna say that, I ain't gonna say Kevin died, but it looked like
he was
everything
dead
in his
for a little
body was
bit.
broke. It looked like that's how great his son was. It looked like like Cody had broke that man's neck,
It had, the
maybe
way he
hurt his back
folded,
some way,
the way he
whatever it
folded,
was.
yep,
It
the
like he
way he
broke
folded,
something for real. I was like,
it was
bruh,
beautiful.
that's how much
It was
that you hated this man because of what he put you through. But at
And
the
that
same
was
time, it's
and it was
like
beautiful. It was beautiful how he
it
spit that
was.
and brought the Sami Zayn story in because that was the only time Sami came to help.
Yep,
That's why he got beat
yep.
up on that Monday. It's like, bro,
I'm
where
gonna
would
be
you
honest with you.
been?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Kevin
Yeah.
is, bro. Kevin is different. And matter of fact, I heard there a report came out that when Kevin came backstage, he got a standing ovation for what he did in that match.
Oh yeah, I believe
Um,
it.
yeah, he got a big standing ovation. They were very they put him well. They gave him high praise backstage.
I believe
Um, so yeah, and that was crazy too, because on Monday Raw he attacked Sami. This man is insane. He attacked Sami Zayn after going through that match
Oh,
of
Walter.
all
Yep.
matches to go through. You still want to attack Sami Zayn and still feud with him? Like you're
Yep.
crazy, my guy. You're crazy.
And that's what
Um,
I'm saying. That's why I say salute to the writers because them cats wrote
yes,
that in. They was like, "Yo, all right, this is the perfect time to get Kevin on Boom Boom Boom," or somebody would have came up with an idea like, "Yo, so Kevin should probably go after Sammy because he didn't help him on that thing and let Cody do all of
we
that."
did. We
And
were
spent that,
saying
like,
that.
bro. That was
We were
beautiful
saying
work.
that even
I was
before
like,
it
bro,
happened. So yeah,
I
it
wonder
was
who wrote
crazy.
that. I wonder who
And
wrote that in.
I'm gonna say this right quick. That that match that he had with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn in particular, was peak Sami Zayn underdog character
Hmm.
storyline into a match.
Yeah, it
And
was.
that's where I believe it starts to run a bit dry for Sammy.
Yeah,
Me personally, and from a personal standpoint, nothing but love for Sammy.
yeah. I think
For
that
sure.
I think that was I think that was the end of. Yeah, I agree. What up?
Professionally, it
Yeah.
felt like that's the end, and we need to get away from this underdog character.
Uh huh.
Stop calling yourself the underdog from the underground. We
Yeah.
get it. You ain't the biggest guy. You ain't the strongest guy. This and that. Third. We get all that, but you have proven 9 times out of 10 you can beat guys that were twice your size. You beat Rob
Exactly.
Rigger too. We
Yeah,
don't
he
need
did.
we don't need that gimmick no more. We just
Right.
need Sami Zayn to just be Sami Zayn in a different way. And what I mean, I need another evolution of Sami Zayn. To me, the best heel character that I saw him do was the Master Strategist. That
The what?
conspiracy theorist type of like character where he was like coming at everybody, he felt WWE was going against him. That
Yeah.
to me was his best work as a heel, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying for him to go back to that because although it was great heel role, it
Yeah.
still at times came off a little bit too funny. So you don't want to be funny, you want to be hated. Um, and if Sam's going to go heel, he needs to do something that's going to be a lot more drastic that
Yeah.
no one would have thought he would ever do. So I need to see that come. But I agree with you, and that's why it made me realize that when I watched it, like that he's ran his course. Love Sammy, but he's ran his course.
Definitely ran his course. That's why I'm cool with the storyline he got right now. And that's why I hope he lose on Sunday for and it flips him completely. Like, bro, I think Cross would just flip him for real, like all the way.
Yes, yes. Alrighty. The last takeaway I believe from this night is CM Punk's original WWE WrestleMania 41 plan. Okay. So the original plan for CM Punk, besides him being slated to almost win the Royal Rumble between him and John Cena,
Mm.
was that he's supposed to have his match against Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. Like the
Because
whole,
he was
if you
supposed
believe
to
that
win the
whole
Royal
story, it
Rumble.
was
Yeah,
crazy. He was supposed to be the one to face Gunther, actually, not Jey
yeah,
Uso, and that's crazy. So Jay's push impacted Punk's original plan, but we also know that Punk and Gunther was going to battle at SummerSlam. So that's like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Things happen for a reason, right? But
but when that was the connection with Punk, Seth, and Roman though.
right. You know what? Maybe that could be the reason why Jay
That's what
Uso
it
lost the
was.
world title.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Maybe that's the reason why. Because the original plan was to always be Punk versus Gunther, but they had a pivot with Jay because
Yeah,
of their other reaction.
exactly.
Oh,
And I think the pivot.
interesting.
That's why I think it was a soft pivot. It wasn't a hard pivot. And it was
Interesting,
a soft pivot.
interesting.
And because you know what I'm saying, because and they still wanted to give Punk the main event, but they still also wanted to give Seth and Roman. They could still
Right.
have that streak as well as the main event. Because if
They
I'm
had
not
Seth
mistaken,
Roman in the
when the
plans for
last
first
time
game
Seth
too.
had a main event, because
It's
Roman
gonna be
beat
Seth
him.
versus Roman.
You said what?
And what I kid you not, I was calling for that match to happen. Seth and
And I
Roman
think
were part of the plan.
I think that push was a Paul Heyman push though, because that was the first time. That was something Paul said he wanted to do. That he wanted to have two of his people main event on the same night or on a WrestleMania card.
So you're saying Punk and okay, with Punk and
So
Roman?
when it was Roman and Punk,
Got you. I
Paul
got you.
Heyman was involved in it, and he got a chance to walk down because he walked down Roman at joint. He said one of his things was to actually walk down CM Punk at WrestleMania.
Okay.
They probably awarded him too, so that probably was all in a batch. All in the
Okay.
back. Like, yo, we're gonna give Paul his what he wanted. His desire is to walk down CM Punk for his first main event because he's already did it with Roman before. Also putting Seth Rollins in the Royal in the main event because he ain't been in the main event since what? Oh no, it was the year before when
Yeah,
he
the
had
year
the double
before.
tag.
So
But
technically, it
other
was
than
like this
that,
is like what
he wasn't like that either.
second
Yeah,
one. Yeah, second hit. I believe it was the second one.
that was the second one. Yeah,
Yep.
because he
Crazy.
wasn't in it either. So he got that twice. He got so like crazy how he be of course the storyline, but I mean Roman is the reason why you got two main events.
He is.
I'm like,
Uh,
bro,
he is.
yeah,
So if you want to say from a business standpoint, I'm still sticking to my guns. Larry, if you're listening to this back, I love you, bro, but I gotta tell you the truth. Seth Rollins is the better rest of the Roman Reigns. Yes. Better ring perform. In the ring, I'm talking from in the ring.
Yeah, facts. No doubt.
Performer perspective, point of view, what he does in the ring. Heck with it. When I saw the highlights of his match with Punk and Roman, I was like, bruh, the things Seth Rollins can do in that ring shows you why he's the best.
Yeah.
It shows you. Bro,
Yeah.
for a guy who's like, what, I found out he's 39 years old. For a guy to do a Phoenix Splash at his age still to this day, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And go back and watch the highlights Beezy when you get a chance, and you'll see that maneuver where he goes to the top rope and he flips over and he does like this U-turn basically. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a 450, right? Seth Rollins can do that with his body and contort his body a little bit like that. For a guy, come on, man. From an overall performance standpoint, Roman Reigns ain't doing nothing with him, bro. He's not. But that's not to say Roman can't put off a great match. That's to say that Roman Reigns can't wrestle. They just got two different styles. I'm not going to
Got two different styles.
Huh?
You got two different styles. I don't think Roman was supposed to have that style that Seth Rollins has. And I think some people might say that Roman Reigns is better because they like his style better. They might like his style better than Seth.
I think right, and the style is the style that Roman Reigns works is the WWE style of doing less is more, right?
Yeah. And the aura.
And
Same thing. Rhea
that's the
Ripley.
style
Rhea
that
Ripley
might
do the same
love
thing.
a lot more than just seeing a bunch of moves. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. I think Seth Rollins is like the balance of that though. I think Seth Rollins can balance the WWE style, balance his style, and he can also give you psychology in between his style as well. So like when he hits a certain move,
I've never seen Seth Rollins go slow though. So I don't know if he can balance it. I said I've never seen Seth Rollins go slow though, so I don't know if he can balance it. His aura has never been like that.
I think
As
has
far
Seth
as
Rollins
in
ever
ring.
gone slow?
No.
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Like to
If he
control the match.
does,
Of course he controls the matches. I mean that's
right.
but as far as like the aura, like picking up people slowly and do like how they was walking Rhea Ripley on the situation when they was walking her on how she should do it and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah.
That aura is Roman Reigns. That's like the female Roman Reigns. Like, yeah, that's what that is. Like Seth Rollins aura is like that too. But I don't think he has to go slow for it. I don't. He's just too athletic.
Yes.
Like AJ Styles. Like they don't have to just do stuff slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro. Yeah, bro. So episode 3 was entitled "Worth the Wait." Number one takeaway. Right up
This
the
was
gate.
just the Bianca joint, right? Yeah,
Yup.
well, I
Chelsea,
mean, everybody
Bianca,
stuff
and
other than
Charlotte. Chelsea, Bianca, and Charlotte. Chelsea Green refused a match finish.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm glad she stood on business though.
Me
But that would have been
too.
fire if she
Me
would have messed around
too.
and just did
I
the leg
agree.
drop. And
I agree. Why would you
dude
wait
was
somebody's
like,
finish?
yeah, and then dude was like, man, you don't know Hulk Hogan? I'm like, I don't care, bro. Rest in peace, but
That's Hulk Hogan. That's not her.
that
Like,
ain't Hulk.
bro. Like, and
Yeah, that would have
that was
been
by the way,
fire.
that was Gregory Helms, by the way. Shout out to Gregory Helms. But still,
Yeah,
like, he did the hurricane gimmick. Remember the hurricane?
yeah.
That was him.
I didn't
That
know
was
that
him.
was them though.
Yeah,
That
that's him.
corny gimmick. That gimmick was so
Yeah.
corny, bro. So corny. I'm so glad he kept that to himself and didn't say nothing. Like, don't tell nobody that's who you was, bro. Keep that to yourself. Just after Hurricane, that was terrible. Coming out there with that mask on and that cape and all that. I'm like, bro, yeah, stay in the back.
Yo, I was a fan of that gimmick because it was silly, bro. Like, it was silly, and it was like, there's no
No
way
way.
this dude believes he's a superhero for real. But
No
to
way.
be fair, to be fair, he looked the coolest back at ECW. That's when he had the long hair. And I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed the theme song. The
Okay.
theme song look he was very underrated.
Okay. Hmm.
So that's just me. But you funny, bro. So so she was booked to win the Women's United States Championship, which
Hmm.
looking back on it now, Because at the time, I'm gonna be honest, I was not for her to win that belt. I'm gonna be honest, I was not for Chelsea Green to win that belt, and I wasn't hating on Chelsea Green. I'm actually a fan of Chelsea Green actually, but I felt somebody who was representative of the states had to win that belt. Looking back on it now and seeing her struggle and where she had came from, I was like, nah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
Yeah, exactly. Because that we don't get that. We don't get.
We don't see that.
Almost got the push, broke her arm, came back, almost got the push, broke her arm again. I'm like, bro, what?
Crazy.
Like, I'm talking about literally be in the joint. Your whole joint just look dislocated. Your whole arm. I'm like, bro, her arm is broke for
Yeah,
real. Like, she can't even put it down. Like, you see it. Like, it's two pieces. I'm like, yo,
yeah, bro. Tough. She's tough.
yeah, she's solid, man. She's solid.
Yep.
She is solid.
And I'm glad she changed the finish because they unprettier. They unpretty her finish was dope. For
Yeah,
her to win her first championship belt, like so it was. Now, granted, Chelsea was already a tag team champion prior to this, so it wasn't like she was a champion before. For those that don't know, but that was her first mid card singles belt for her to win on the main roster so far. So,
right.
fingers crossed that she gets towards the real title eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was that. Is there another thing to take away? Let me see. Oh yeah, it was just talking about her pretty finish. Okay, cool. All right, number two. Take away number two. A raw, more emotional Charlotte Flair. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised by Charlotte Flair being emotional, but what I am surprised about Charlotte Flair is being a whole lot more raw. Beezy, I'm gonna just say this right now. I'm putting my right-handed guy on this. I love Charlotte Flair even more now than I ever did before.
She always been my goat, but
I
I
love her.
this is the reason why I solidified the whole thing. I'm like,
I love her.
she in the way that
And
she
and
put
if
over
people
Tiffany.
come across watching this WWE Unreal still hating her, you my sir or you my ma'am, y'all have a problem.
Yeah,
Y'all
y'all got a
seriously
problem.
have a
Yeah,
hateful problem,
like
a negative problem.
she really put Tiffany over. She really put Tiffany over,
Didn't have to.
and didn't have to.
Didn't even have to.
Yeah, didn't even have to.
She didn't
Didn't
have
even
to.
have to, and did it. Did it. Did it, and did it in Charlotte Flair fashion. She still looked the part. Definitely put on cold moves in the match. All of that stuff. Everything. And then was the first person who met Tiffany back there with the hug, like thank you after it was over.
And we didn't know about that. We thought for the longest that they were really like at odds with each other because of that
Yep, she was
promo.
like, oh, thank you so much for putting me over,
They
bro.
were cool.
They was
They were
cool.
cool.
Knocked her
I
tooth
thought it was
out.
funny
Like,
too
oh yeah, my
when
teeth
Tiffany
fake
was like
anyway. It's
from our
cool.
teeth.
Yep, she was like, my teeth fake anyway. It's cool. Don't even worry
That
about it.
was funny.
They was like, yo, that's your tooth. It was like your tooth. Because they were talking about. It was like, yo, her tooth is missing. Oh, they was like, no, that's just blood off her lip. No, it was like, no, her tooth is missing. Her tooth
Yeah, it was
gone.
funny.
I was like, oh shoot.
I was like, dang,
Charlotte in
Charlotte, why
the
you
back
being her that bad?
apologizing.
Like, come on, Charlotte.
Charlotte in the back apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry. It was like, bro, it
Which
was
is
like, they looked
so,
at my tooth.
bro, so
Yeah,
sweet. Because I was like, at that point in time, I thought they legitimately did not like each other. Like she was really like trying to really hurt her for real.
right.
So when we were watching, that's what we were all thinking because of what happened with the whole entire promo lead up into it. So and that promo did go off script. That's why I had thought it was one thing for
Oh,
people to be like, oh yeah, so the promo went off script, and anybody can say that off the internet until WWE says it. That
yeah,
internet person, you don't read me because you're not back there. When
yeah. You know,
Hunter Reed said
you better
to
go
Tiffany,
apologize.
"Hey, come back here. You
Yep.
can't be doing that." I was
You
like,
gotta go apologize.
"Oh,
He was like, yo, and he told him, he was like, yo, tell Tiffany she needs to go and apologize to Charlotte.
yep."
I was like, wow.
So that
Hunter,
was
man,
wrong. Like
he's
even
solid.
if the line was like quote unquote like savage, like oh that's a burn, that's a very personal line. She just got out of marriage with Andrade, bro. Like
Hmm.
that's still
Charlotte
very
trying
very
to
like fresh.
Charlotte trying to get her back by saying her what you call it was in her DMs. That was funny.
That was
Trying to
funny,
get
but I
her
don't
back
know if
when
that
she
was true
walked
or not. I
off.
don't know if
Of
it
course it
was
wasn't
kind of
true.
a trying to get her
Of course
DM.
it wasn't true. She had to get them rocks off. She had them.
But yeah, she was in the moment.
Have a good one, yo.
What it really was the crowd in Chicago did not treat her very well, and I pray to God that next time she goes there, they are very more forgiving. Oh my gosh, because they was treating her like she was. trash or something like that. I don't know what was wrong with them, but they was horrible,
She's not
horrible.
She said that jump.
Um,
That's why what you call it was in my DMs.
that's why Kaiser was in my DMs.
Yeah, I was like, dang, bro.
Yeah. And now Lupe Kaiser went from being told that he was in somebody's DMs to becoming El Grande Americano too.
And now my boy Dunn is the other one. My God.
Wait a minute, Pete Dunne was El Grande Americano too.
Pete Dunn is the other one from the other night.
Oh my!
I said, yo, what? They all can't get away from each other. Y'all was just like, come on, bro. Yeah, Pete Dunn is the other one. I'm like, yo, what? Yeah, crazy. Crazy.
What?
WWE is wildin'. Yeah,
That
WWE is
was
wildin' right now.
freaking Pete Dunne.
They said they going yeah, it's Pete Dunn. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, it's Pete Dunn. I said, whoa. I go back and look. I was like, bro, this is. He probably said, "Yo, let me do that. I want to do that because that character is popping right now." Everybody, they said they might do a 30-man battle royal with everybody with Americano face
Was it
mask.
El Grande Americano one?
It was yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I'm like, yo, y'all
Oh
can't.
my gosh.
Yeah, Pete Dunne is my
That's
boy.
funny. I
That's
didn't
my
because
boy.
I was trying to figure. I was like, who is that person?
Yeah, I
Who is
couldn't tell who it was
El
either.
Grande Americano?
Yeah, I couldn't tell who it was either. And the internet
That is
they broke it. They
hilarious,
was like, it's
bro.
Pete Dunne. I'm like, what? I'm
This,
like, yeah.
you
I
know
go back and
what?
look. I'm like,
And I
yeah, it
remember
is
you was
him. I
not
see it
for
now.
Kaiser at first to be in there. You was like, nah, bro. What are you doing Kaiser like that for? Boom, boom, boom. But
I rock with
now
Kyle.
it's like, nah, keep it going, bro.
Yeah,
Keep it
bro.
going. Keep it
Yeah,
going.
for real. I
I'm
rock with
loving it.
Kyle.
I'm loving the El Grande Americano. Shout, thank God for Chad Gable. Thank God for Chad Gable.
Yeah, for sure, for starting it. Yeah,
Thank you for Chad Gable. Hope he comes back in time for that homework card thing to get its payoff. Please
right.
do. Oh my gosh. But anyways, points to make about Charlotte. A lot of fans find Charlotte Flair too arrogant to root for. Um,
Oh, they talking about you too arrogant to root for. Wait till they get this Jay Cargill. Oh boy, it's over. You talking about arrogance? Whoa,
are you basing that off of her interview with Bust Open Podcast? Or are you talking
man, did
about
you see
like
it? Did you hear it? With what
no?
she
I
said
I
today?
I got aware of it from I think because you had put it in the group chat, but I
Man,
didn't really like watch
she
it for
she
it.
did she did an interview on Club 520. She did an interview on Club 520. She did an interview on Busted Over Radio, and she got an interview somewhere else too. I got a feeling she about to turn
I
heel any
I
minute now.
didn't. Interesting. I didn't see Jay. Anytime I've seen Jay do an interview, she's always come across very humble to me. So
Not
saying
on
that
it,
she's
bro.
arrogant is
This,
interesting. But yeah, I
bro.
need to watch it. I need to watch it.
Yeah, wait till you, bro.
You said
It's a heel
I
turn.
gotta watch it.
It's coming, bro. The heel turn is on the way. I
Oh
would not
my
be. I
god.
don't know how she's gonna do it. It might happen at SummerSlam. I think she just.
Easy.
I
Get
think she's
ready.
preparing the world right now because
Get ready. Get ready. You
the
know.
way she was having the attitude she had on these joints. I don't need no help from nobody. Tiffany ain't no Jade, bro. Like Bianca, they was asking her like, "Well, I was trying to find out who was stronger, Bianca." What is that even a question? Bianca can't. She can't do nothing with me. Are you serious? But I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about.
I love it.
Oh, she is. She's about to go. She's
I
out of
love it.
here. They about to really give her
I
that
love it.
AEW heel push. She's out of
And
here.
I love it. I love it. And here's why I love it. Jay Cargill as a heel in AEW was fantastic.
Yeah, they working. They
To me,
yeah,
that was
that's
the
what they
best
said.
part
That was
of
the
her
best.
character.
Yeah,
That,
that's what
that
they
was one
said.
of her best parts in
Yeah,
AEW was her being able to showcase, like when she came to WWE and they gave her that babyface gimmick. And listen, there's nothing wrong with being a babyface. Just so we're clear, nothing wrong with being a babyface, especially when you do it right and when it's done in a way where it's still convincing. Okay. However, there are just certain people you're used to seeing being more as a heel than they are a baby. So when Jay came to the main roster and they gave her that babyface run with Bianca Belair, I'm like, I like this, but this is very different to what I see her in AEW. Because what I saw in AEW was she was that. Well, I'm gonna just say this: that female dog. Okay, you get my point. What I'm
yeah,
trying to get at, right?
yeah.
So she would say that, and she came out with money. She looked gorgeous every single freaking week. I mean, bro, I was like, bro, you talking about Jay Cargill and WWE being gorgeous, bro? You ain't seen what she did in AEW, my God. Come on, man.
Right.
Bow Wow. It was to the point where even Bow Wow wanted to get involved with her. Like, Bow Wow, this friend
Oh
became
yeah,
Bow Wow in
I remember.
AEW, bro. It was crazy.
I
So,
remember that.
but yeah, Jay Cargill was killing it in AEW for what she could do. You know, something you want to say about her in work around that time, but when it came to her presentation as a heel around that time, she was that. It didn't matter who you were. Jay Cargill was snapping on you, talking trash on you, and she was letting it be known to the whole audience she was that, and then some. I loved it, and she didn't care.
Yeah.
The problem with being a babyface is you care too much. I don't want to care too much. Why? Now, if you get to know me personally, I'm a nice person. I'm probably one of the kindest souls you'll ever meet. But in terms of being a heel, I don't want none of you guys like me ever. And I'm gonna be honest. And even with me being honest in character, I'm gonna still be somewhat a little honest in real reality too. So I ain't gonna care. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say about you. Beezy, you obviously don't care how people feel about you.
I don't
You
care
gonna say
about
what you
that.
want to say. You don't.
Yeah.
Beezy does not care, you guys. He don't care. He'll respond to you quick in a heartbeat too if you don't agree with him either as well.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, don't get it twisted. But anyways, and then her surgery. We think about her being shown for her surgery and whatnot. So
You talking about Jade?
no, for Charlotte. That's another thing too.
Oh,
Charlotte had a lot of misconceptions about her. Like these misconceptions about who she is was all that I thought was addressed in
yeah. I'm so
this episode
glad
as
it was
well.
cleared up. I'm so
I
glad this
loved it.
cleared it up. Yeah,
Like
yeah. Like you
all of
said,
it.
if anybody is booing Charlotte now, it don't really make sense unless she just goes back heel and that's just a part of the character. But other than
Yes.
that, like there's no reason, no reason. Like she really is a genuine person for real. And for her, like we said, for her to put Jade, I mean not Jade, but Tiffany over and didn't have to, and the way she did it, bro. And like I know her and Alexa Bliss is having a ball right now. Now that I see this, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, her and Alexa Bliss is loving life right now.
Yes.
Loving life right now. This is probably her second. This is probably like when Randy Orton was like, bro, I'm having the most fun when he was with what's her name? RK
Matt
Bro.
Riddle. Yeah,
Yep.
Matt Riddle. I
Yep.
remember. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
Yep.
right. And that was fun too. It looked like it was fun every single week. It was funny. They had some really good segments. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, he's definitely found her Matt Riddle for sure, and Alexa. I was
Yeah.
going to say, to me, Charlotte. It was a period in time where it was like every year she was getting so much hate, just so much hate, bro. Like I will never forget. She had won the Royal Rumble, I think, back in 2020. This is when she challenged Rhea Ripley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget going on YouTube and reading the comment section of as to how they felt about her through WWE's like comment sections,
Mm-hmm.
and the crowd, like the amount of fans who were upset about Charlotte Flair winning that Rumble was crazy,
Yeah.
like unfathomable, and it was, bro, it was so mean. I said unfathomable, unfathomable. I meant to say. Um, they were like, she's burying other talent. She always gets the spotlight. She's always winning championships. She's always this. She's always that. Boom, boom. Oh my gosh, why they always putting her in this, putting her in that, this, that, and third. Yeah, yeah, boom, 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 boom. They were harassing the woman while she was celebrating her win. And I think she was doing an interview in that video. And I was like, bruh, like, really? We really, like, listen, and at the point in time, I wasn't that big of a fan of her around that time either, because I was kind of like, well, again, sick and tired of that too. But I went ahead and addressed it publicly. It's too much. It's too much. She didn't need that. And it was too, but then as the years
They
progressed,
weren't
it got
letting
to
her
where I
talk.
was
They
like,
weren't letting her do nothing. She was trying to figure it out. Like, bro, y'all not even letting me talk. Like, bro, this is crazy.
they,
But
they wouldn't, they would not. It was just too
they
much. It
couldn't.
was too much hate. It's too much hate. It was greatness hate. That's what it was. Greatness hate. Greatness hate. That's all it was. When you do great things and you continuously do great things over and over again, people don't want to see you do great. That's why people was calling Becky Lynch Becky Hogan recently. I'm like Becky,
Yeah.
like how is she a Becky? How is she a Hogan? First of all, and rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. But Hulk Hogan will politic to win. Becky Lynch is not politicking to win.
At all.
Charlotte Flair is not politicking to win. And if they are politicking to win, they're politicking to win in moments. But for the most part, you'd be surprised of how selfish they really are.
Right.
Contrary to popular belief.
Hold
they're
on.
very selfish people. They're not selfish. Very selfish. But
hey, hit the button.
What do I know? What do I know, though? Anyway.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to go. Baby, you showing that's for real to me. And I can't keep it low key. See, everything you do to me is crazy. Two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't